Raja Kavar always had the option to join his family's over $1 billion tire manufacturing business. But he chose to turn to the path of diversification instead. Through Apollo International set up in 1994, Raja launched many successful ventures including international trading, online gaming and digital cinema. His love for cinema brought him into the spotlight with UFO movies. Launched in 2005 with a valuable group, UFO Movies has transformed film distribution and exhibition in India. Using state-of-the-art technology and a unique pay-per-show business model, UFO Movies has grown into the largest digital cinema network in India with almost 2,000 installations receiving movies delivered via satellite. And coming soon to theatres, IPL matches live on 70mm. So with so much buzzing, it was time to catch up with Raja Kavar to talk to him about digital cinema, his latest diversification into the logistics space and succession plans at Apollo. Many thanks for joining us on the show. Let me begin by asking you, yours is an unusual story in that sense because it's not very often that you actually see the younger sibling getting into the flagship company, but yours was a considered deliberate decision not to go the Apollo Tyres way, right?
I was studying in the US and I was in conversation with my father a lot about coming back to India. And that time India was just announcing its liberalization and things were happening over here. And then I said, you know, I must come back to India just to check it out and see what I should do when I come back here. And I feel that the little entrepreneur blood that I have of my father made me say that I want to just go back and be able to build something like he did from scratch. So I really spoke to him and I told him that, you know, I love what you're doing, but I would really like to do something on my own and be able to have you be, you know, supporting me all the way.
But there was never the sort of hesitation or the apprehension of what people are going to say or how people would respond to your decision. Was that ever a consideration?
I never thought of that. You know, I guess it's my upbringing with my parents and, you know, they've been people who have always taught all of us that, you know, don't worry about what the world says as long as you don't do something wrong. And I think it's the education also that I had in the US, which is a very open society.
Right.
So it really didn't faze me.
So life in India for you began at Apollo International, right?
Yeah.
And what was that experience like for you? Because in a sense you were playing first generation entrepreneur because you weren't really part of the established business that the company and the family has been used to.
I worked in the US for about 3 years before coming back. So the systems were a little different. The red tape that was around even to get a telephone in India was a bit crazy. So, I mean, these kind of things that were there. And then I realized that a lot of our time goes into handling day-to-day fires more than really getting into that creative mind space to be able to say, what do I want to do? Where do I want to take my company?
And this was really the attempt to diversify out of the tires business, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Apollo International, we created the company so that we could get into different businesses. In Apollo Tyres, we couldn't get into different businesses because, you know, you had to focus on your core competence. And so we said, let's create this separate venture and let's try and do businesses out of here. So initially we got into trading in a very large way and we set up a network all over the world of about 70 odd countries where we were able to do a lot of trading, which is still the backbone of our company. So that keeps us going. That keeps on letting me experiment with the things that I want to do and be able to create.
So how did the media and entertainment bug finally bite you? Because you've experimented with the lottery business. You've now of course got UFO movies on your plate as well. But where did that come from? Where did the inclination to go the media and entertainment route come from?
By the way, I did my minor in photography.
Photography, I know.
Yeah, I had that thing that I wanted to get into entertainment somehow in this country. And I came across this guy who actually created the technology. This guy called Sanjay Gaikwad. And him and I got together, we chatted a bit and he was discussing this entire idea with me and then we started building on the idea to be able to take movies and put them into movie theaters using satellites because India is today and was at that time the world's largest producing country, film producing country. And I, really liked the idea that we could go out and kill piracy and be able to give back to the country or to the industry what they actually deserve. I mean, movies like Avatar or Titanic go out and make $1 billion or over $1 billion, and we make these huge blockbusters and we're not even able to reach 100 crores. So this was a good model for us, and it excited me a little bit because it was really breaking away from every norm that was around in the world.
And you were nurturing another entrepreneur.
Absolutely. I mean, that's been my model ever since I started Apollo International. Initially with a lot of resistance from the mother company, from Apollo Tyres.
Because,
why? Well, Apollo Tyres is an old established company into manufacturing. For them to get into something like, profit sharing, equity, why would you do that? How would you do that? You give a person a salary and that's how you work. And that's absolutely fine on the manufacturing side. But when you're trying to get into something new, especially with today's times, especially with companies like Infosys and Microsoft and all these guys coming around where everybody is a billionaire and a millionaire, even the drivers. So idea was to be able to nurture entrepreneurs through partnerships. Now, partnerships could mean in the form of profit sharing beyond their salaries, or giving them equity, who has worked within the company for a certain period of years. So they feel a love for the company.
There is a sense of ownership as well.
There is a sense of ownership, and they work day and night. They slog their backsides off to be able to build this business. I mean, today I look at a guy like Sanjay. Sanjay had worked earlier in different companies where he had also cashed out very well.
And you share the love for lotteries as well.
that's where we met. I mean, that's where he started lottery in this country, and I brought him on again as an equity partner. We used to talk about where do we go from here? And him and I then spoke about this. We bounced it off my father. My father, obviously, at that point in time,
did he have reservations or was he supportive?
He was very open to it, but he did not know of it. He didn't know what we were talking about. He's been doing
tires all his life. Suddenly you're asking him to beam movies into halls across India.
He's used to, at the end of the day, seeing something.
That's right.
Something substantial. And here you're talking in the air. He sent us to a lot of people. In the industry, in the film industry. We went to Bombay, met up with Mr. Yash Chopra. We met with a lot of different people, Manmohan Shetty and all. And in the informal basis, just to be able to talk to them and see, hey, what do you think about this idea? We met a few VCs, we met a few bankers who had a lot of respect and regard for my father. And then we finally said, we like this business and let's get into it.